Hey guys, welcome back to another video of EverQuest 2. This is going to be an introduction quest, or not quest, but video. On the last video we went over the appearance slot. I'm making a new character and we showed you all the different things you can do to them. You can change their hair color, you know, eye color, everything. So when you're done with that and you found one that you like, you just hit the next button. And this is the button, or this tab will allow you to pick where you're going to start. And as you can see, for a good race and class, we get two options. We can either go into New Hollis or Kelethin. Now, if you're playing Evil, you may have different choices. I believe Freeport and Gowan are your choices if you're Evil. And I'll go over those on a separate video as well. So for New Hollis, namesake of the original city of the Northmen, destroyed by the cataclysm of war, sits in the heart of the Isle of Arolis, a treacherous land of biting temperatures and aggressive fauna within the freezing waters of the Frostfang Sea. Originally a village of war-hardened dwarves, it has since grown due to being blessed by Mithril Mar and reconnected with the shattered lands of Norath. Let's see, Kelethin. Home of the Fae. Kelethin, built amongst the great canopies of Greater Fadar, is home to the Fae and other folk who wish to live in harmony with nature. Through the city itself is sheltered. Can there ever be peace with the Orcish legions patrolling so near at hand? Now, when the game first came out, Kelethin was there, but New Hollis wasn't. New Hollis is something they added with one of the expansions, and it really takes you through step by step the quest, leading you from one little area a little further into the zone to another little area, and so on and so forth. It's very good for a character or for a person who's never played the game. It will lead you through step by step. Kelethin is a nice city. It has a lot to do, and they have gone back and revamped it, so the quest will kind of lead you a little bit better along the path. And I'll go through each one of those quests in my videos. For right now, I'm doing New Hollis, and I've gone through basically every quest in the zone. You can always watch those if you want to learn a little bit more about the quest before you decide what city you're going to play in. And then again, I'll do the Kelethin ones too, so you can compare the two together. I kind of like New Hollis myself because I like snow and wind, and this has a lot of those sound effects. Kelethin is a forest. You'll hear a lot of like peaceful birds and just a nice serene little area. And you'll fight mostly orcs there, where in New Hollis you'll fight Rygors and skeletons, lions and bears and sort of things kind of there. So two different zones that you can pick, and when you're ready, just go ahead and hit the next tab. And here you go. Now you have to pick a server. It's over here on the right. And over here it will tell you what the load is. The load basically means how many people are playing on that server right now. It's not how many people are playing on the server total, or how many people have characters on that server, just how many people are playing at this moment on those servers. Now you'll see light on almost all of them, which is green, and then some of them are yellow for medium, and you may, when you do yours, see red. All that means is quite a few people are playing on those high servers, the red ones, and a medium amount of people are playing on the yellow ones. So unlike in EverQuest 1, where if you're in a zone and you want to kill a creature, like a named or something like that, and somebody's camping him, you'd have to come back later after they're done camping. In this one, in EverQuest 2, they will make instances in a great deal of zones that are just for you, or for you and your group, so that you can go out there and kill the named without having to worry about anybody else being in the zone. So having a light load is okay. You're not really going to have to worry about people kill-stealing you and camps being camped and stuff like that. So, in my opinion, I like to pick the ones that have a higher load. It tends to have a robust market, so that if I want to buy items, the items are pretty cheap, because the more people who are on the server, there are more people listing items. And the more people who list items, the cheaper the items go, because it's competitive. You get to control how much you put on there for the price of whatever you're listing, and so people will lower constantly, you know, undermine people by putting like 1 silver less than somebody else. And as you can see, every time somebody lists something, they put 1 silver less. Before long, it's a platinum less, or 10 platinum less, or 100 platinum less. So the more people you have on a server, the cheaper the items will be, because there's just more people to put them on there. You also have an easier time finding groups I know Sony does not want you to pick the high density servers because it puts stress on their already stressed servers, and you may have to run into like lag and stuff like that if you pick those servers. But in my opinion, I would pick the higher density servers to start with. Now you also have to pick a name. You got to keep in mind though that the game's been around for a number of years, and a lot of the good names are already taken, including their variations of those names. So you may sit here for 10, 15, 20 minutes trying to come up with a name and just get so aggravated that you can't come up with something that's not already taken. Trust me, I've gone through that. But the name is going to stick with you for the entire life of your character, unless you pay to get it changed later on down the road, and that's complicated and it costs actual money to do that. So take the time, try to find a name that suits you, that has something to do with you, something that you like. You know, it may take you a while, but it's definitely worth the time. Or you can just hit this little button right here, it's the random button, and it will shoot out different names that are available. You don't have to worry about them being taken. You know, they're just names that they've randomly come up with. Sometimes they're pretty good, sometimes they're just absurd, they make no sense, like that one. I mean, there's just... unless these are names in other languages that I just don't understand, they look a lot like just gibberish. In my opinion, I would stay away from I's and L's, especially nearby together, because when you're watching text, it's very easy to misinterpret an I and an L that are close together. It will show the I's usually as uppercase I's and the L's as lowercase L's. So as you can see, they basically look the exact same when they do that. See if I can find one on here like this. These I's right here are lowercase I's for now, but later on it seems to turn those into uppercase I's. So an I right next to an L, when somebody tries to give you a tell, they misspell your name, they may not be inclined to send another tell, because then they have to figure out which one is the I, which one is the L, how did I mispronounce it, or how did I misspell it the first time, and then retype their entire message, which may be, hey, do you want to come group with us in this dungeon? So the shorter your name and the less complicated your name is, the easier it is to see on text, the better off you will be when finding groups. Although again, guys, if you want to name yourself, you know, just I's and L's, it's your character, it's whatever you want to do. So you're welcome to do that. And then when you're ready, just hit the play button, and it will load you into the game. And I've made tutorials on what that's going to look like when you first load in, and the things you need to be ready for. So again, guys, if you like these videos, you find them helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment below, or, you know, guys, you're always welcome to hit me up in game. And again, guys, thanks for watching.